guys, welcome back to Bait and Tackle, and today we are going to revisit making fluid beds. Now, I'm not going to remake the base. You can go back and watch my previous video on how to make this base right here. And all it is a 2-inch PVC coupler with a 3-inch cap glued on the bottom. We drilled a hole, we set in one of these air, like a valve, to allow so much air in and out of the chamber. Then that way I can control the amount of air that goes into it. So we're not going to make these. All I'm going to revisit is how to make the tubes that go in, the actual containers that go inside of the base. So I'm just gonna be revisiting this part, because previously what I did was I used to cut paper bags and put them on the bottoms for this material for the air to go through, and it worked okay. But one of my buddies, Aaron, he actually turned me on to a company called TJ's Tackle, and you might want to write that down if you're going to make some of these for fluid beds. So what TJ's Tackle does is they make these little plastic pieces that go on the bottoms of theirs, and it's a very porous piece of plastic. It's a hard piece of plastic that allows the air to go up through. So what I do is one side of it's shiny, one side of it's rough and porous. I like to put the porous side towards the bottom and the shiny part up, so that's what the actual powder is going to set on. I'm pretty sure that's how they do it too, I'm not sure. But what we're going to do today is I'm just going to glue up a bunch of these, and we're going to put some powder into these. And I've got a couple jig heads here that we're going to actually go ahead and dip, and I'll show you how good they turned out. And what I'll do is I'll actually do like a versus kind of thing, not a versus kind of thing, but like just a comparison of one of my old ones that has the, I think we'll do the white double treble, I think, with these. But I will take one of the old ones that's got the paper bag on the bottom and show you the difference inside the bubble. We're not going to do a jig on it, but I just want to do it inside of, so to show you inside of this how the air is distributed as opposed from the paper bag to the new porous plastic material. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay guys, again, so I bought these through TJ's Tackle. You got to email them to buy these separate. Otherwise, you can just buy the cups with these already put on them. You can buy the 2-inch cup like this already ready to go with the cap. I believe it comes with the bottom and the cap ready to go. So if you want to do that, go ahead and buy those if you want. That's a great way to do this too. Or just contact those guys at TJ's Tackle and they will sell you these independently. And I can't remember how much they are a piece, but it really wasn't that bad. I ordered 20 of them and it was like, I don't know, 40 bucks or something like that, or maybe a little bit less. I can't remember off the top of my head, but well worth it, well worth it. So I've got a whole bunch. I've got 6 pre-cut pieces of PVC from a previous video that I did to make these, and I'm gonna go ahead and show you just how I glue these in, and then we're gonna go ahead and make a couple of these jigs here that I've got, which are the new Do It mold. I think it's the weedless, the hybrid grass jig, and they're weedless. They got the weedless weed guard in them and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and dip a couple of these, but I want to do a couple of these other colors that I have. I've got one from Magic Craw right now, so I'm gonna go ahead and do 2 of these, but I want to show you inside the cup how the air is a little bit better. It's a little bit better situated to go up through this plastic evenly. So it does an even amount, whereas opposed to the plastic or the paper bag was like, you know, spotty. Like some spots would get air through it real good, some spots wouldn't. So you'll see like the air, it'll volcano on one side. This is like where it does it all over. So it's kind of, it's evenly distributed. That's the right term that I'm looking for. So let's go ahead and get these glued up. And this is going to be a quick video, but again, this is like a 2.0 to the whole fluid bed thing that we did before, but I just wanted to show you guys what we're going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and take some super glue. I'm not going to use I'm not going to use Gorilla Glue like I normally would use. This may be a dead one. Yeah, it is. No worries, because I have a lot more. So we're going to go ahead and super glue all the way around. And I'm just holding the glue in my hand, but I'm just turning the cup. And all this is going to do is just seal that plastic to the bottom of the cup. And then I'll show you, I actually go around it again on the outside just to seal it in, so then that way none of the fluid will come out. Okay, so we just went around it rough edged. Again, there's a rough surface of these, and there's a real smooth surface. I want the smooth surface towards where I'm going to be putting the actual fluid. So right there I can already tell that I've got a good bond. This is going to take a little bit to set up. It actually just moved on me. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get it in place here. And we're going to have to let these set for a little while. But this is what I like to do after the fact. I get everything put together like that. And then I think what I did last time was let these set up. And then went ahead and just did a bead of glue around the cup. Then that way it's got a nice, it keeps shifting on me. And I'm trying not to stick my fingers in the glue. Because you don't want too much, because you don't want it to go outside of that. You don't want it to go outside of the pipe here either, the PVC. So what I'm going to do is just make sure it's got a nice even coat all the way around, which I think it does. I keep hitting it and it keeps moving on me, which is bad. You don't want it to move. Okay. I think I see a nice even seal all the way around. Spot I missed right there. Okay, a little spot I missed right there, unless that just got moved. Okay, and I think that's good. Now just gonna go down the round here and just knock down any big spots I see that might be issues. Okay, so there's one. And again, I'm just gonna go ahead for this video and just do 2 of these. So again, I'm just taking the super glue. I don't know if you could see me very well in the last one, and just doing a light coat around the inside of the, not the inside, but on the very edge of the PVC towards the inside, just for it something to set up on. Because I don't want these to come off, and I'll reuse these cups again. Like if I run out of a color, I want to change one color out. So again, smooth side towards the inside of the PVC pipe. So now I've got that down. Now I'm just going to push it down to hold it, and I'm going to do what I did before, which was just super glue an edge around the outside edge of the thing there, and then I'm going to move it without trying to move the piece there. And again, this is for 2-inch. I believe they sell them for 3-inch as well. So if you've got 3-inch cups that you want to just upgrade the bottoms, and again, these are permanent. They're not. I'm not taking these off again. They're not going to be replaced. The air will come up through them again. This is a material that can be reused over and over again. So again, I'm just sealing the outside. Okay, so there's 2. So I'm going to let those set up. I'm gonna let those dry real good, and then we will come back, and I've got 2 other colors. I'll do these some other time. And I've got 2 other colors that I'm gonna go ahead and try. And the 2 other colors I think I had in mind was this one over here that I've already done is actually Magic Craw Blue from ProTech, and that actually looks like this. It's a very, very nice color. It's a green pumpkin, but it's got a blue shimmer to it. It's got that magic blue to it. Really, really nice color. Okay, so that's this one. Then I would like to do, I believe this one is the Bama Craw, and I think we're going to go ahead and do that one at some point here too. That's going to be in one of the new cups, one of these new ones. And then I've also got like a green pumpkin, like a red Magic Craw kind of color. I can't remember what it's called. I'm gonna actually go get the cups, and I'll come back and show you guys. But we're gonna do those too. So we've got these 2. They're mostly dry. I think we're good. I don't see anything coming off there that I'm aware of. There might be some big gobs still there. But we're gonna go ahead and take one of these, and we're gonna go ahead and put one of the paints in there. And 2 of the paints that I have, one of them is Bama Craw. That's the one that looks like this. Okay. That one, I'm going to use that one as well, but I'm going to also use this red, and this was actually called Red Bug. That's what it's called. And it's a nice red color, but it looks like it's got some green flake in it. It's kind of perfect. It's like a darker red. It's perfect for that green pumpkin type red color. So we're going to go ahead and I'm going to do the red first. And I'm going to go ahead and just shake this up real quick in the canister. I don't think it really makes a difference. Once I put it in here, it's going to be alright. But I'm going to put about, I don't know, probably about a ½ inch in the bottom. I don't think you're supposed to put too much in these. Not a ton. I don't want to make it any more than the one I've got already in here, which I don't have much in that one either. So that's the blue magic. So we've got blue magic here. I'm going to set this over here. That one's all set. I'm going to go ahead and give this just a wipe off, because I don't think some of this glue, I also don't want it to get stuck permanently inside of the actual fluid bed. So we're just going to go ahead and do this one first. I'm just going to, like I said, I'm just going to wipe this just in case there's any excess glue on there. Just in case. I think we're good though. Okay, so I got some red in there. Put a little bit more, just sanity check. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and close this up. That's probably about, yeah, it's probably about the same. I probably might have put in a little bit more. So here is the red bug, and I want to get this in the bubbler. I want to show you what the difference is between this and one of my old ones, which, let me actually put this little hose in here. See if I can get this off without breaking it. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug it in here. I'm going to go ahead and plug this one here. That's my incoming. And this is just a little T that I've got going to 2. And then I'm going to put this hose on this one. Okay, so this is the old one right here. This is the new one. So I'm going to make sure both are off. We're going to plug in the air bubbler. I don't know if you can hear it going or not. So what I'm going to do is take the top off this. It's double white. About the same amount in each, really. Okay, and I'm going to show you. I'm going to try to show you this and look at the same time here. Where's the camera? There it is. Okay, so this is the gray right here. Okay, now this is the paper bag. Now if you notice, there's a little bit of an explosion there, and all the air is coming up on the sides. Okay, now also depends on how much air you push through there, but if I push more air through there just like that, it just seems to want to come up a lot higher. Okay, so there's that one, and it made a mess. Now with the Redbug, let me put that cap back on, just want to give you a visual here. Now with the Redbug, you will see it's still going to do it a little bit on the outside, but you notice I didn't get that explosion, and it's also nice and fluidy. See that? It's coming up nice and evenly. I mean, it's a lot better material than the white. Now I can see that it's coming up on the outside, but it's a little bit of it's coming up in the middle there. But I mean, that is a fantastic fluid bed. Makes it look so much better, so much cleaner. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and turn this other one back on just so you can see this as well. Just didn't want it to blow up again on me. And you can see if I shake this, oh, it's not quite, and I'm pretty sure I've got the air cranked pretty good, but it's just doing volcano, and it's not as fluidy. You see it? I mean, it's there, it's a little bit of fluid, but it's not quite like this. This one is phenomenal. Much better, evenly proportioned airflow than the old way I used to do it. So I'm going to go ahead and turn these off. Well, I'm going to go ahead and turn this one off. But I'm going to go ahead and just as an example for you guys, I'm going to put you back over here. Just as an example for you guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take one of these new grass jigs, and I'm going to go ahead and put it into the new fluid bed we just made. So let me go ahead and heat it up. Over here. That's what we normally do when we do jigs. Heat it up on the heat gun. Now this is a really old heat gun that I found a long time ago, and it's never done me wrong, and I've just used it for years. There are newer heat guns that have a lot more control. They got digital controls on them. I would suggest getting one of those. If you do, I think the last one I bought, I was at around 400 degrees before I could really get things hot enough to do the dipping. Alright, so that should be good enough. That should be hot enough. Let's bring it back over here. And I'm just gonna I'm gonna try to hold you guys in place and show you. Now I didn't get that deep because I don't have enough paint in there to go deep enough. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and dot the rest of that. So this needs more paint. But it's a very clean, try to get you leveled out here. It's a very clean paint job. Not a lot on the hook eye there. Very, very good. So if I miss a spot, and I kind of wanted to show you this anyway. If I miss a spot on a jig, what I do is I'll heat it back up. Take a paintbrush, and it's a fairly small paintbrush, medium-sized paintbrush. I take a paintbrush, and what I do is I take some of that paint and just knock it over. Try not to touch it, but just knock it over top of that. Now the problem is it's probably cooling down while I'm trying to do this. So the idea is to try to keep it hot. Try it again. It's tough to do this while you're trying to film at the same time. Okay, and I'm not really too crazy about, you know, a lot of paint on the bait holder portion, because that's going to end up being covered by a bait anyway. But actually that came out pretty good. Alright, so that's good. That's good right there. I'm just going to brush a little extra back into the jar here. I'm going to turn this off. We're just going to do this one as an example. I'm not going to bake it or nothing like that. I just want to show you how clean that is. It's very light coated, just enough to get that dark red on there. It's enough to cover. I tapped some paint on that weed guard, or the bait keeper part. Came out great, but it's a nice even coating, and then that way you don't have to worry about hanging them. Like, I know some people, they bake their jigs up like this in a clamp, and I always hang mine upside down, which I take more of a chance of the paint running down to the hook eye. But if you do it right and you don't get enough paint, if you don't get too much paint on there, it should be fine. So again, came out great. I got a bunch more of these to do at some point. I'm just going to hang this here for now. But the idea was just so that you could see the comparison of the two different types of material that I'm using on the bottoms of my cups. And that is by far not very good, as opposed to this one that is by far way more superior of a material, these plastic discs. Air goes through them evenly, flow, it works fantastic. This is the way to go right here. So I'm going to go ahead and just top this off with some more paint, because I think the next ones I'm going to do, I'm going to have a little bit more paint in there than that. And the idea here is, when I get done, and what I do is I'll take the caps and I will put them on here, and I like to write on the caps like I did with this old one. I just write what it is. Like, that one's white double trouble, this one is going to be red bug, so I'll write red bug right on the cap. But as you can see, this is the material you want. TJ's Tackle is the name of the company that sells them. I highly recommend it. Tremendous material to put on the bottom of your fluid bed cups, and they're fantastic. So that's going to wrap it up for today's video, guys. I just really wanted to stress and show you the importance of the difference in materials in the bottom of your fluid bed cups. These ones from TJ Tackle, there isn't anything better. This is like the cream of the crop right here. Porous material, it's a type of plastic, so it's permanent. You don't ever have to change it again. And I'm sure you can reuse these, no doubt in my mind. You'll be able to clean these out and reuse them again. So I'm going to make a bunch more of these. I've got a lot of colors I'm going to end up doing. I just bought a buku amount of different colors. I've got a lot of clear coats with different flake colors in them that I got from ProTech, and a whole bunch of other different mixed colors. They have the colors with the glitter mixed into them. I think I got tilapia, and I also got PB&J, so that'll be pretty cool. And I will feature a bunch of these different colors in future videos, and we'll show you how to make them, and what I do for the skirts on the colors and everything like that. So stay tuned, and you guys, please like, comment, share, subscribe. You guys have been awesome so far. We're coming up on 750. Maybe we will hit 750 by the time this video comes out. Probably not, but if we get to 750, we are going to be doing a big giveaway. And as always, guys, remember, keep on baiting.